Now let us open the database. Click on the Project tab and select the option Open. Here, select the subject of your choice. Now let us say Chemistry and say OK. Now we have successfully opened the database. You can find all the questions put up on the left pane here. Let us browse through the database. We have all the questions put up in the left pane here, and if you scroll down, you can find the questions chapter wise also. Now let us select Atomic Structure and see. This is the browser window and we have 90 questions related to the chapter Atomic Structure. Each question is provided with 4 objective answers and you can find the right answer in the box provided here. Now, if you click on the next button here, you will move on to the next question. Similarly, if you click on the previous button here, you will get back to your previous question. You can also make use of the scroll bar provided here. If you just scroll the bar here, you will just move on with the questions. Now, as you can see, we are in the 59th question of the question bank. You can make use of this browser window to analyze and look into all the questions available in the database. Now let us learn how to take up an online exam. Click on the exam button here. You will find a tabular which contains all the questions put up together. Now as you can see, we have 4110 questions pertaining to the subject chemistry. We have 2 modes, auto and manual. We'll select the auto mode and take up an online test. In the auto mode, the software will select the number of questions for each category. Now suppose you don't want any questions with the CET or COMEDK group, then you can just deselect it and your questions will appear only from these chapters. Now let us click on the online test button and take up an exam. Now the question paper appears and we have 60 questions with a duration of 70 minutes. Each question will be provided with 4 objective answers and you will have to just click on the radio buttons for the options of your answer. Now suppose you find option B as the right answer for this question, then just select on the button here and your option will appear in the box here. After that, just click on the next button to move on to the next question. Similarly, you can just move on with your questions. If you want to get back to your previous question, then just click on the back button like this. If you want to just move on with the questions and go through the questions, then just scroll the bar like this and you can also start answering from this point. Once you have done answering all the questions, you will have to just click on the exit button here to close the application. After you have completed the exam, you can find a window which shows you the analysis of your question paper. If you just click on the button here, you will find a document which contains the complete analysis of your question and answers for the paper you just now took up. As you can see, you can find all the details like the date and time of the exam, the total questions, total marks and your score for the exam. Each question will be provided with details like the answer for the question, the answer you provided for the question and the marks obtained for each question. You can find the same details for all the questions in the question paper. If you come across any queries regarding the paper, then you can make use of this EGNA reference ID. You will have to just mail this reference ID to the EGNA administrator with your query and the administrator will get back to you on this. Now, if you want to just print this document and keep it for your reference, then you can click on the print button here and select the details, and if you say OK, you will get a printout of this document. Similarly, you can also save this document onto your computer. By just clicking on the save button and giving a suitable file name, you can just save this document for your reference and keep it. Now we have seen how to take up an online exam in the auto mode. Let us learn about generating question papers. Click on the exam button. You will find a tabular which contains all the questions put up together. From this tabular, we can make a choice of all the questions we want in our question paper. Now suppose we don't want any of these Model K, CET and COMEDK papers, then you can just deselect it like this. And now we are left with only chapter-wise questions. Click on the Generate Question Paper button. It will generate a question paper of our choice. Now we have three types of papers for us. One is question and answer paper, question paper and only the answer paper. If we click on this button, we will be provided with a document which contains both the questions and answers. This document contains only the questions and this document contains only the answers. We can save the question paper of our choice, that is the pattern of our choice, and then we can start working on it. Now we have successfully generated a question paper of our choice. Now let us learn about one of the important features of this software, Performance Matrix. Click on the Database tab and select the option Performance Matrix. In this table, you can find three columns, namely Chapter, Question Matrix and Answer Matrix. The chapter column contains the names of all the chapters available in the question bank. The question matrix contains the percentage of questions that have been picked from these chapters, and the answer matrix contains the percentage of answers you are able to answer from these picked questions. Now, let us take an example and try to understand what is this performance matrix. Now, for example, in the chapter Noble Gases, we have a total of 24 questions available in the question bank. Out of these 24 questions, 5 questions have been picked during the online exams. So, the percentage is 20%. And out of these 5 questions, you were not able to answer any of them. So, the percentage is 0%. Now suppose if you want to clear the contents of any of these chapters, then just select the chapter like this and then click on the Clear Chapter button here. It will clear all the contents to 0. Similarly, if you want to clear the contents of all the chapters in this performance matrix, then you can make use of the Clear All button here. If you click on this button, it will clear the contents of the performance matrix to 0. If you click on the OK button, you will come out of this performance matrix table.